Hello and welcome to a new episode of an adventure in Infdev Plus. As you can tell, I have expanded my house a bit, which has allowed me to organize my chests better. I've also expanded my farms to include melon and cotton. I've also placed the bamboo there, and on the outside I've made a mine which reaches a cave that we are going to explore a bit later. While mining there, I've also got some more iron and gold, which allowed me to get some better armor, to sword and pickaxe. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. So now with the new gear, I'm going to explore the labyrinth that I found last time. So I'm going to head off in that direction. The entrance should be in a river that's next to a maple biome. And there it is. We should be able to see sort of air bubble around the dungeon that when it clears out the water around itself. Or not. There it is. Anyway, time to enter it. I guess we won't be needing to worry about that. Well, we won't need to worry about that spawner, but we should worry about the spiders. I'm gonna light it up quickly. Or not. No more rooms here, and seems like nothing can attack us. So let's continue exploring. Some zombies, those shouldn't be too hard. I just heal. Seems like I need to get into the habit of actually healing myself before going into fights. Arrows and some copper, that's nice. Also, I forgot to use the Bane of Arachnids against the spiders. It's kinda stupid of me. And here is a regular dungeon. Probably spouts, that's nice, and potato, very useful. I'm gonna make a potato farm a bit later. It's quite a nice cave, might explore it later. But for now I'm gonna go through the dungeon. Hopefully nothing shoots me down. Weakness. Might be useful if I drink it with a splash potion. No spawners. It'd be nice if I got a backpack. We've explored everything. I'm gonna look around a bit. See if I can find some more branching paths. Anyway, I did record some other clips after the last one. However, for some reason they didn't get recorded properly. I'm not sure why. In those clips, I've explored the area around the labyrinth a bit and found a new labyrinth. However, that labyrinth didn't really have anything new. I was hoping to find some backpacks, however I didn't find any. So after that I went back home and organized my stuff a bit, and also made a potato farm. As I said, well, I said in the last episode that I hope to find some potatoes in a village. And the reason for that is because baked potatoes give you resistance for a few seconds, which is nice. Anyway, now I'm going to explore the underground a bit. However, while I go there, there are a few things that I like to mention that I failed to mention previously. Firstly, you might have noticed in the inventory that I've got some stats, like in an RPG, that I can increase using my score that I get from killing mobs or advancements. So as you can see, I can increase them. I got attack, defense, and speed, and each time I increase one of my stats, the cost doubles until a certain point, which is nice because I can get stronger. And the other thing that I want to mention is that the reason why I wanted to do this series are a few reasons. Firstly, because I wanted to see if I can beat adventure mode Infdev Plus in adventure mode. The second being to playtest a bit, since from what I've noticed, not that many people have really played adventure mode in Infdev Plus. So it will serve as a nice way to test if things work correctly, and of course I also do it for fun. And the third reason is to see the progression, because I've started playing Infdev Plus in a difficulty of 0.1, the survival, and since then the progression has changed. Copper has been added, it hasn't changed since then, but various things have been added, so I wanted to experience the progression myself again, since I haven't had much of a chance before. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. One more thing that I'd like to mention is that I brought a brush with me just in case I find any suspicious blocks. Anyway, for now I'm gonna keep looking in this cave, and if I find anything interesting I'll let you know. Seems that I've gotten lucky because I found some underground ruins and also some diamonds, as you saw, for which I needed to make a gold pickaxe. Anyway, as you can see, we've got some suspicious dirt here and some vases, which I'm gonna break. Got an empty scroll, it's quite nice. Another one, some emeralds. I already found some before, but it's still nice to get more. Or nothing interesting. So now I'm gonna brush out all of this suspicious dirt and hopefully get something nice. Diamond, scroll. So after a bit of brushing, I got some nice stuff. I've also put away some stuff that I don't need. However, I ended up not brushing up all of the suspicious dirt since the brush broke and I didn't bring another one because I kind of underestimated how much suspicious dirt that would be. So I'm probably gonna return there later, and for now I'm gonna continue exploring a bit until I run out of space. I have returned from my mining trip, which I'd say was quite successful. The cave was quite big, so there are still some areas that I haven't explored that I'm gonna explore some another time. For now I'm going to smelt all of the things that I have found. Then I'm gonna start preparing for conquering the Lich castle, since during my mining trip I've noticed that I don't have quite enough inventory space, so I would like to have some more, which I'll have since I've left I left the backpacks that I found in the Lich castle when I died there. So I'm gonna go there and grab those things once I finish taking care of these things. So I have now finished my preparations for conquering the Lich castle. I decided to bring some stamina potions so that my journey there goes faster, teleporter so that I can teleport back if I need to, and I've also decided to make some golden gear since I have got enough gold. I was thinking of also using diamond stuff, but I decided not to. Another thing you might have noticed is that there's now a crafting button in the inventory, which allows me to access the 3x3 crafting grid, which wasn't like that when I started playing in adventure mode. Although the first episode hasn't yet been released, I'm basically recording this before releasing the first episode, so by the time the first episode is released, the crafting button is already in the game. What I'm trying to say is that I'm basically pre-recording these episodes, so I haven't yet seen if there are any comments for the episode 1. Anyway, not sure where I was going with that. For now I'll just travel to the Lich castle and get my stuff back. So the journey there didn't take me too long, and now that we are here, first thing that I'm gonna do is set up the teleporter, and after that I'm gonna grab my stuff, which is right here. Not sure how did this happen, but now that I got my stuff I'm just gonna return home and store some of this away, as I don't think I really need it. It's a good thing that I have a teleporter for that. So I finished putting away my items. I planted some berry bushes. I also got some pumpkins, as you might have noticed, which I'm gonna plant later. And I made some strength potions, since I managed to get a goat's horn while opening a herbalist's pouch. Anyway, now I'm gonna finished clearing this place, which should be now easier since I have got some more stuff. Well, since I can actually break some blocks. Got some nice stuff. Paint type, not sure if it will be useful, but I'll grab it. Spawner. I should disable it. And still another floor. A bit is nothing. I'm just gonna grab these things. Not sure if they'll be useful, but I think I'll still take them. So it took me quite a while, however in the end I've managed to get the things from all of the towers, and now I'm going to try and conquer the dungeon, which is going to be made a bit, quite a bit easier thanks to the fact that we got Blue Moon event ongoing, which will give me some, will give me regeneration once night starts, and prevent the mobs from spawning once it starts. Anyway, seems like that isn't working. Not sure if that is intended, so I'm gonna ask a bit later once I finish conquering the dungeon. But first I'll drink a strength potion. I've also got a harming potion, prepared, since I managed to get a harming potion while looking for the chests in the dungeon. Useful, gonna grab it later. And there is the Lich King, gotta be. Which reminds me, I had a extra pack on which made the potion particles invisible, so I couldn't see the Lich King when he was invisible. And I can use the potion particles to see him. But also the shadow. And as you can see, I managed to kill the Lich King, so now I'm gonna grab the loot. So there's nothing interesting aside from that backpack. So now it's time to check out what the dungeon loot is. And we got some boots and a helmet. I think I might be able to complete the full set if I use grindstone to make the scraps. Anyway, I'm now gonna grab all of these things and then go home. So I have returned home and organized my things, and here are all the important things I managed to get. I'd say we got quite a nice haul. Anyway, now you may be wondering what I plan to do now. My current plans are that I'm going to first explore the second Lich castle, the one right here. After that, I'm going to scrap some of the dungeon loot that I got and turn it into gear that I might need more, since I've got some duplicates and I might need some points for that. So I'm also going to go underground to kill some mobs and maybe get some more loot like diamonds and stuff. And also I would like to get some ruby eyes, since I mean ochre eyes and some rubies, so that I could make the crimson eyes that will help me find a slipgate, because I would like to go to the crimson dimension. Might do it in this episode. The reason why I want to go there is to find some amethysts so that I could make obsidian chests for more storage. Anyway, I'll probably do all of those off camera, or mostly off camera, and the crimson will be on camera, of course. Anyway, I'm gonna continue exploring and then maybe the results if I have anything interesting. So, I have returned from my mining trip, which I'd say was quite successful. I have managed to get quite a few useful resources, here they are, and also some scrolls by brushing up the suspicious dirt. I also got some skulls from dirt, flower pots, and the large pots, which I've used as decoration, but that isn't that important. Anyway, now there are two things that I like to do. Firstly, as you might notice, I got some adminian scrap, which I would like to use to craft some items. I already have decided what I want to craft, those items being the battle axe, spectacles, magic mirror, ancient shield, and a band of regeneration, which I'd say will be quite useful items to use in the future. I might need them for fighting some mobs. Anyway, next up, I would like to make some crimson eyes, which I want to use for finding the slipgate, so I could get into the crimson dimension. And for that, I'm gonna go on top of my roof to see where the eyes go. Hopefully the slipgate isn't too far. So let's go in F5 and see where it goes. Those slipgates have been found nearby. Well, that's quite unlucky. Let's say we could go maybe over here, this sort of direction. So thinking about it, I got teleporter near the Lich castles, so maybe I could try teleporting there, since I've already have a way of traveling over there quickly. So let's see the direction. Okay, seems now it is going down, so I'm gonna dig down now. This is interesting. Labyrinth, quite useful. Okay, we are now at bedrock, which means that I'm now gonna try digging around myself a bit to make some room and then throw the crimson eye so that I know in which direction am I supposed to go. It's there. Yes. So I was able to find a slipgate in the end. For some reason I didn't find one in the tundra, so I didn't go that well, so I decided to go back home and try the crimson eyes here again, and I was able to find this slipgate. So I'm gonna go inside, but before I start exploring the crimson dimension, I've decided to go inside a bit, scout a bit to see if the place where I appear is safe. So I only took some less valuable items, that way nothing happens if I lose them, since I don't know what will be on the other side. And this is exactly the kind of thing that I was talking about. This, yeah, I ended up in lava, so yeah. So I had somewhat covered up the lava. Seems like all I needed to do was stand a bit aside so that I wouldn't end up on the lava when I went through the slipgate. Fortunately, I didn't really lose anything. The only thing I lost were some points. It's kind of sad, but it's not too bad. So now I'm gonna look a bit around if there are some nice things. And it seems that the first nice thing that we found is a dungeon, which I'll explore later, but not in this episode. There's a Lilium forest, which will be quite useless since I can go there and get some beetroot seeds from the grass. And then there's the crystalline caverns, I think. Not sure what they are called, but they got the X pulp, which is quite a useful food source. But I was also hoping for an echoing abyss biome, which doesn't seem to be in the nearby vicinity. Anyway, I'm now gonna go back and get some gear that I can use for exploring. So, I am now ready for a bit of exploration. I don't plan to do much of exploration, so I didn't prepare that much stuff. I got a teleporter so that I could make the exploration easier, some roads for exploration, for escaping, and some other stuff that I might need. So the plan for now is to only look around and I won't plan to explore too much. I'll be doing that in a dedicated episode. But anyway, we look around, you can see some useful stuff. Firstly, there is the Labyrinth forest, where I can get some beetroot seed from the tall grass, and also there are the Labyrinth mushrooms, which I'm gonna take. And there are the crystalline caverns. I can't remember what the orange pine was called, but there are the wax pulps. But it seems that there isn't a echoing abyss biome, just got the amethysts. So I'm gonna look around a bit. I think I'm only going to go on ground. Anyway, I can't be difficult to go over there or over there, so I'm going this way. Seems like I found either one or two dungeons, which is quite nice. There are some souls in Valley. Not sure that it will be useful. If I could, let's see, is there anything else interesting? And I think, yes, there is. There is the amethyst biome and the orange biome. So I think I'm going to try going there first. So now we are in the orange biome, which, as it turns out, is called the Gilded Caverns. And I now got some of the wax pulps, which I'm gonna farm at home. And now I'm just gonna go to the echoing abyss biome and grab myself as many amethysts as I can. I just need to be careful about those things. I am now at the biome, and to hopefully remain a bit more safe, I'm gonna set up a teleporter so I can escape quickly. As you can see, I need to be careful of those since they are quite dangerous. Okay, I'm going to run away quickly. Find some more crystals. Thankfully they don't give blindness anymore like they used to, so it's not as dangerous. Nice. Anyway, I have returned from my grave robbing. Because there is one more thing that I would like to do, as I said before, which is go to the Valium forest and get the beetroot seeds from the grass and some Benilium mushrooms so that I can farm them. I'm gonna try to get there somehow. And I'm going to go down by using the ropes that I have. Let's say here or not. So I got my stuff back. It only took me one additional death, so now I'm going to continue my journey to the Labyrinth forest. Well, and that was quite a situation that I got myself into. Thankfully I didn't die, but I thought I would. So now I'm just going to get the mushrooms, get some seeds hopefully, and now that I've got the seeds, I think I'm gonna return home. And call it a day. Seems that I've been teleported to my spawn point. I thought I would be teleported to my bed. Anyway, I'm going to go home instead that direction. Anyway, I think this will be it for this episode. I feel like I've done enough. I got all the things that I wanted. So anyway, the plans for I'm now going to set up a farm for the bloodwing beads and wax bulbs, and in the next episode I think I am going to go exploring in the overworld to hopefully find some dungeons to conquer so that I could get more dungeon gear. And not sure what I'm going to do after that, but I'm going to explore the Crimson for another episode. Anyway, that will be it for now. See you in the next one.